Ladies and gentlemen, now this is a night landing at LOWI and VHHX. Okay, so this is to show you the tweaks that I have added. Look at the frames per second here. Once I start, it's going to drop. However, from my top 20 list, the tweaking is much higher. Look at that. I'm now running it instead of the native 1920 times 1080. I bumped it up to 2560 1440. And hold on a second, let me show you here. So auto throttle on. Let's set this. Control that speed to 130. Let's set the throttle. Okay, and now we're set on our approach. Now, look at the frames. They are low, but smooth. You might see some stutters here and there, but let me show you this. See? Full screen TAA instead of the DLSS. And then if we go down, my terrain level of detail, I've had it at 400, maxed out everything, and then see how much stutter I would face, and then slowly brought it down. This is kind of a sweet spot. I can put it down to 200 for better frames, but I like the visuals. Here we go here, and I tweaked this from the config file. From the 2048, brought it up to one more, and then this was the, I think, 1020 or whatever it was, I doubled it. Oh yeah, 1024. I doubled this one, and I did this as well from the 256. Okay, so now let's go back in and see what's going on here. Let's save that. I didn't do anything. All right. I will give you an external view afterwards, but I want you to just see here. See, we're hitting up to 30 from time to time. The GPU says 10 here, what we're using, and it says 10 here. So that's kind of max, but it goes to 12 sometimes, 13, even higher. My CPU is 21. Oh, let's send it a little bit. 21 out of 31 gigs. So we have some room there. Let me concentrate and get this down. Yeah, once I get closer to the runway, it will stutter some. But again, I still prefer the visuals and can sacrifice as long as it does not affect so much the smoothness of landing. I tested it. After this, we're going to do Kai Tak in Hong Kong. I tested it at JFK as well, but I'm not going to do JFK. Just this one and Kai Tak. Now, what I love about the TAA is the lights. If I turn it off, it diminishes a little bit if I use the DLSS. But look at that. So beautiful. What's on this side? Not much there. But look also of the internals. Nice and clear.
1,000.
And I have, look at the reflections and everything. Now look over here, we're gonna have the world's famous ski jump coming up. And we have all red down here, so I'm a bit low. And we're doing 27, 25. Here's the ski jump. But just take a look at the lighting. It is just beautiful. Look at that. There's the ski jump. See, it looks like it's stuttering or sluggish, but not really. See, it's smooth. Okay, it's dropping into the teens now. Auto throttle disengaged. So what I noticed, it will struggle a little bit, may freeze, but then it jumps back up again. Now remember, it's calculating all these lights. Down to 12.
400.
Now, can we have a smooth landing? So it's not just, I tried to get high frame rates, but what's more important is smoothness, not necessarily a high number of frames.
$50, $40, $30, $20. Retard. Retard. Retard.
That's not bad. That's 17. Yeah. All right, let's go to high tack now. Okay, look at the external. 30 frames. All right, we're down to 9 on the memory usage out of 10 gigs available, and the CPU is 22 out of 31. But look at the lighting, so much better with the TAA. Drop now to 19, 18 as we get closer to render all these individual lights. Now again, remember, we play, play is not the right word, but we sim because of the love of flying, but also you want to enjoy the visuals too. At this area here, it looks like it's stuttering or lagging, but not really. If you look here, it's smoother as you're, you know, look ahead. And here's the ski jump. Now look at that, 11, and now I'm not going to change the video or anything, I'm just giving you as it is. And I don't know if it's the OBS that also hits the frames a little more, 9, because remember in the cockpit it wasn't that taxing. And this is the replay, of course. Down to 6. Up to 8, so I think it's the recording software that's doing that. Oh, well, that does make sense because I was using it as I was landing too. It's still a smooth landing. Look at that. See, now it went up to 13. So it's worth it. Yep. Back up to 15. You can land without slamming into runway, which is awesome. Now let's take one final view. And look at this angle. We're getting 19 frames. 18. Alrighty. Okay, here we are at Kaitak. Okay, we're starting out here at 27. So what I noticed also is if you let it hover like this for a little while, it settles in. You see? And then once I see that, now look at that, 32, 33. So it's, I guess rendering all of this. So now we can spawn in. So now we need to turn on auto throttle. Bring that down to 30 and set the throttle. Alright, now it's controlled. Alright, now let's do this. I prefer this view. Now we're heading towards this area here. Now remember, I did the top 20. What number was this? Was number 13 on the list.
2,500.
And it was actually, I think, laggier than this one after I did all these tweaks. So the next 5 that I will put together for the top 20 list will be with this setting. And remember, these are taxing areas with scenery, so it's going to be so much smoother in other areas. Now remember, it's not frames, it's smoothness we're looking for. And I just love the lights. Alright, I just started flight recorder. And again with the TAA, it's just so much clearer here in the cockpit. Oh, let me show you the overhead. Nice and clear too. And now remember, we're looking for the directional lights, the running lights. I noticed the LOD setting. The higher it is, the quicker you see the strobe lights guiding you in. But more than 230 that I have it set to, I get too much lag.
1,000.
Okay, that's the runway there. And the lights, I believe, are there. Somewhere Right there, you should start seeing the strobes. And sometimes you don't see them until you're actually right on top of them, very close. But again, the lighting is just so much better. That always happens. That
1,000.
glitch thing there every time, regardless of what setting I have it on. Okay, we're struggling a little bit here, but once it settles, it'll come back up. See? Back to 20. So again, it is worth it for the visuals. I think the strobe should start coming up now. Yeah, right above them, see? So they're not strobing yet until I get a bit closer. See?
$400.
Now that's pretty bad, but let's see if we can land without causing hours of flight leading in a disaster. Will it settle?
$50, $40, $30, $20. Retard. Retard.
Now, what you can do too is that while in game, we can change the setting just before landing. For example, look at the 22 that we're having here right now. Okay, that didn't change much. So let's try again. Some say this is the sweet spot. Didn't do much. Well, it's holding steady at about 20. Alright, let's see what it does for our landing. There is, you could see it with my setup here. I think you'll see it right now coming up this way. I was seeing it through my side. Oh yeah, there it is. Beautiful. You know what? I had the setting to 230 and I tried it before this recording and I couldn't see those. I brought it down to 200 like you just saw and now they appear. So you know what? The 200 is better. And look, it's holding at 20. It stuttered into the single digits when I landed. So I respawned. Try it again. You know what? I'm gonna show that in there as well. So we're following this in, and it does this every time.
1,000.
Auto throttle disengage. Oh, look at that! Wow. Okay, it settled again to 18. So it's fine as long as it does that little blip and then pull itself together. Because then, you know, what sucks is we spend so many hours on a flight and just before having a beautiful landing, we slam into the ground. It just, you know, kills the joy. big difference. If you watch the, that's why I'm not gonna remove the first video, which I planned on doing, but no, it's okay to land with just a little glitch like this, because then it reset, it'll settle down. Oh yes.
50, 30, 20, retard, 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 retard.
That's good enough for me. Oh yeah. Got little glitches there, but that's fine. Visual effects there. I think that's wonderful. Alright, let's have an external view and see what it does with the frames. Okay, I'm not gonna cut this fight. It's short enough. You can stick around and watch it. So, from this angle, get a good view of the lights. That aircraft landing over there. Now, again, this skin is from flightsim.to. I have an Air Jamaica skin as well. I'm not sure if that has a problem. I'll double check, because a few times when I was flying into here and I clicked to get back to the main map, it crashed and went to desktop. And it only did that when I was using the Jamaican airline skin. I'll confirm that in a future video using the skin actually. So, all right, let's see. Look at this frames, 24. Now remember, if I'm not recording, it's going to give me better frames, because I guess it's using the OBS and the flight recorder that's also impacting the CPU. But the lighting is beautiful. It's pretty smooth. Now remember, we all enjoy smooth, not just high frames. Okay, watch the frame. So as it's fighting to get this scenery in, and then it jumps back up. I think that is acceptable. A few glitches here and there, so that we don't have to totally sacrifice our visuals and smoothness in landing. We're still doing the memory here, GPU 11 out of a max 10. It seems to be okay with that still, even though it exceeds. We're still doing 25 CPU memory out of 31 gigs. Alright, look at that turn. Remember, the touchdown is what's most important. It's at 17, 16, and look at that. All your hours of flying, and you can touch down. Wait a minute, it wasn't 400 before, but that's just the playback. Alrighty, here's the final view. See, look how smooth that looks. Little glitch here and there. Then settle. Yep.